To make money is not easy, honestly, and with the recession and inflation of every commodities going higher and higher, as in it's getting worse and worse and worse to make money. To make money is not easy. So in this video, I shall be discussing about ways to make more money, even in Nigeria, where everybody is crying of no money, no bad economy. All right. So if you're interested in this video, stay put and let's discuss about this. It's a girl, Pretoria. This is the first time you are seeing my ugly face. I beg you just subscribe, because I'll be bringing interesting topics. Okay, so please just subscribe. Thank you very much. Next one is set up an Airbnb. This particular one is for my village people. It's for my village people. If you know you are from my village, some of them, they know me. Okay, it's my village people basically, because if you go to Xmas in my village, if you go to my village in December, Xmas and New Year, Jesus, it's like Xmas, as in when they say Xmas, the Xmas is in my village. It's so crowded, so much fun, events every day, and visitors from other places coming to my village. I'm so proud to be a Baconian. I'm so proud to be part of my community, as in during Xmas, there are so many people that it's almost like a tourist area, but it's not a tourist place. It's just a normal local island. But the people in it are so lively that they organize shows every day from on the 24th till 31st to 2nd of January. Every day is fun. So why wouldn't people come there? And there is security. There are soldiers everywhere. You can't mess around. You can't just do anything you like. It's secured during these days, even though there is no lights. So this message is for my village people. There are people who have extra rooms in their homes. There are people that they don't even sleep in their house. The house is just vacant, it's just empty. In the village, I mean. So if one of these days, maybe during Xmas, and you don't want to be in your house, you have extra room in your house, you can just set it up, clean the room, keep it neat. When these occasions comes again, next year December, when people come around, you rent out your room per night. You know how much you are charging, whether 500, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, as the case may be. You charge people per night to sleep in your house. That is the way to make money, because last time I saw that people who came to enjoy themselves in my village were stranded. There was no boat to convey them back to Port Harcourt. They were stranded, sleeping at the town square. People were just crying, no boats, and there are no houses for them to stay. So if you have a room, you can rent it out. So set up an Airbnb. You just go to their website, sign up, and then take pictures of your room, upload them, then you put the price that you want to be charging. You can charge per night, per week, as you want. Okay, so if you have, people who have extra room to spare, that's what you do, and you just upload it on Airbnb. Any person that comes to your location will search for any available apartment, any available rooms in your location, and if they find yours attractive, they could come patronize you and stay. This one, it could happen anywhere, whether you are in Port Harcourt, you are in Lagos, you are in abroad, you are in America, you are in China or Ukraine and Russia. Anywhere you are, it can happen. You can just sign up and somebody will come patronize you, take up your room and spend the night. You charge them, you become their host, and they pay you for that. Okay, so at home in my village people, if you want to do this, you tell people, you tell your friends to tell their friends that there is room or there is apartment, or in case any person wants it, they should come and meet you, that you are charging so and so amount. You are charging per night for this apartment, and be nice to your guests. Okay, and make sure that your apartment is clean and neat, conducive for people to breathe well. All right. So next one is you can become an online seller, an Amazon seller, or a drop shipper. You can do drop shipping business. In drop shipping, you don't even need money or inventory. You don't need all that. You just set up a store on Amazon or online store that you have. Okay, you just create your store, upload items there. When people come to search in your store and see something to buy, you will now place the order from the producer, from the main producer. Meanwhile, you have already added, you have edited the price. If the producer is selling it for $5, you are selling for $8 or $10. Then when somebody place order in your store, you now place back the order, inform the producer. The producer will now ship it direct to the buyer, and you don't need to do anything. You don't need inventory. You don't need a shipping fee. You don't need, it's just the business. You are just like a mediating for the both of them. Meanwhile, getting your own interest by the extra cash that you added to the price. If the producer is selling for $5, you are selling for $8 to $10, and the remaining, the extra $3 to $5 is in your pocket, and you don't know how many customers will come to your shop to buy that. Okay, so that is another way people are making cool cash from drop shipping. As in, they make people billionaires and millionaires. People are getting like thousands of dollars every month from drop shipping. I think it's also on my mind. I'll be doing that very soon. The next one is making money off used goods. What did I say? To make money off used goods, sell the things, used things already. Okay, let me give you one secret. Please don't tell anybody. When I was serving in Edo State, and I'm basically from Port Harcourt. I was staying in Port Harcourt, go to Edo State to serve. When I got there, I discovered that everything in Edo State was cheap. Everything cheap. Food cheap, house rent cheap, clothing cheap, transportation cheap. As in Edo State was when I saw transportation of 20 naira from year to year. Then though, from what is it called, Ring Road to Ego local government, from Ring Road to that Ego local government junction was 20 naira that time. But that's such distance in Port Harcourt. Then every drop is 50 naira, unless if you are going further, you'll be paying like 100 to 150. But every drop is 50 naira. That's how it is in Port Harcourt. But in Edo State, I discovered that a short distance could also be like 20 naira. It was very, very good. I said, wow, this is good. Things are cheap. And then I used to buy this used clothes. Then I was buying in Port Harcourt at the education bus stop in Port Harcourt, Marwan. There used to be one OK dealer. He sells UK and American used clothes, good quality clothes. He was selling like, so this my customer at education bus stop close to my one in Port Harcourt. He was selling this UK used clothes for like 5 to 10,000 as the case may be. That's how I used to buy clothes then. Very expensive, but first grade designer clothes then. So I was used to dressing that way because I love most of the products there. It was this used clothes I used to buy. So when I go to Edo State now, I saw similar things there, but they were so cheap, 500, 1,000, because plenty of them are, I would say like majority of the families in Edo State have a family relative abroad, either Italy, England, America, Germany. They are mostly in Europe. So they have clothes. They send their people clothes, shoes, whatever, cooking utensils. Every day they ship things to Nigeria to their relatives, for their relatives to sell. So when I got there now, everything was just cheap. They even import food, granola oil. There's anything that I've seen here, I've seen them in Edo State. They have it there in Edo State. So I discovered that things were very cheap. So I decided I now started buying clothes from Edo State, used clothes. I started buying clothes that normally I would buy like 1,500 in Port Harcourt. I was buying 200, 150, 300 in Edo State. So I shattered. My roommate could tell. Then when I was serving, I had a roommate that was staying with me. I was in batch A, she was in batch B. No, I was in batch B, she was in batch C, I think so. So I was now buying clothes. When I wanted to go, I packed everything back to Port Harcourt and started my OK boutique. So I was having this, I had this OK boutique, was selling clothes. So, and I was making, though it's not every day, the shop I took self was even behind. So I was selling this OK clothes. Those who know me can testify that. So at the time when I wanted to come abroad, I started selling my clothes, my personal clothes that I was wearing, but they are still beautiful. And you can't believe that the ones I wear, the ones that my own personal clothes that I was wearing, I washed them, perfumed them, and hung them in my stores. Those were the clothes that I sold. I sold all of them. I sold everything, even my shoes, I sold all my clothes. But the ones that I bought, to the shop, they were still there. But the ones that I was wearing personally, so the clothes I sold most were the ones that I was using for my personal use, the ones I was using for myself. So they are the ones that I sold the most. So when you start, if you are the one type that sells used clothes, that sells okay, wake up, sometimes you can bring up the clothes that you don't use anymore. You clean them, place them for resale, and I might be someone to buy it. Okay. And the next thing is, if you have clothes, wristwatch, shoes, whatever accessory, cap that you have, and you no longer want them, you're not liking them anymore, you can just place them on this app, GG Store, and start selling. You can sell it even on Facebook marketing. There is also Facebook marketing. You can place it, and you might get a buyer. You will get buyer that will want to buy your stuffs. Make sure that make sure that you take good pictures of your item and place it online. Your used clothes that are still clean and good, someone might like it and buy it. Okay, so that is another way to make money. That same clothes that you have, if it could be like 12k in the market, you can sell for 8k because it's already used, or 5k as the case may be. People would buy. Okay, so it's a good way to get cool cash.